Have you ever found yourself feeling unsettled by the inevitable changes that come with aging? The reality is that as life moves forward, there are certain truths we must accept to truly find peace and happiness. In this video, I'm going to share 5 harsh truths about old age that, while difficult, hold the key to living a more fulfilling life. By embracing these truths, you'll gain a deeper understanding of yourself and discover how to navigate this season of life with grace and wisdom. So, stay with me until the end, because these insights could change your perspective and your life forever. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. 1. You're no longer the center of attention. One of the most profound and sometimes difficult realities of aging is the awareness that the world no longer seems to revolve around you. Or at least, it begins to feel that way. For much of your life, perhaps for decades, your identity was closely tied to certain roles. Whether as a devoted parent, a hard-working professional, or a vital part of your community. You were the one people turned to for advice, support, and guidance. You held responsibility and influence, and your presence felt necessary in ways that gave your life structure and meaning. For many years, your actions were tied to a sense of urgency. There was always something to accomplish, someone to help, and a clear sense of purpose that came from the expectations placed on you. You thrived on these demands. They gave your days structure and your sense of worth. The busyness of life kept you engaged, and the recognition from others reinforced your sense of identity. You weren't just part of the world, you were at its center. But as time goes on, those demands naturally start to shift. The people who once relied on you may not need you in the same way. They, too, are growing, adapting, and focusing on their paths. The spotlight that once shone brightly on you begins to fade, and you may find yourself feeling like you've been pushed to the sidelines. The absence of calls, invitations, and the diminishing frequency of your role in others' lives can feel like a loss of relevance, as though your importance has diminished or faded away. This shift can be disorienting. It may stir a sense of anxiety, wondering whether you're still needed, still relevant, or still valued. The quietness of your life, once filled with noise and purpose, may seem like a void, a space where you're no longer the person others lean on. It might feel like the world has moved on without you. But here's the deeper truth. Your importance was never truly measured by how many people depended on you. The notion that you were the center of attention was often an illusion, shaped by external expectations and the roles you once played. In this stage of life, there's a profound opportunity to redefine what being centered really means. When you step back from the belief that your worth is tied to the attention you receive, you'll find an unexpected freedom waiting for you. The world, after all, was never as focused on you as you once thought. People are generally absorbed in their challenges, fears, and goals. They aren't constantly analyzing your decisions or judging your worth. Realizing this isn't dismissive of your past contributions. It's liberating. Letting go of the need for external validation allows you to release the burden of proving yourself to others. Ask yourself, how much of your energy has been spent worrying about what others think? How many moments of joy have been tainted by the fear of judgment or the pressure to meet someone else's standards? The truth is, these external validations aren't what bring lasting fulfillment. As you grow older, the audience of your life may grow quieter, not because you're any less important, but because they too are immersed in their own stories and journeys. This realization can be freeing. It allows you to focus inward, reflecting on what truly brings you joy, purpose, and contentment, without needing the approval or attention of others. Living authentically in this stage of life doesn't mean withdrawing from relationships or neglecting those who care about you. It means shifting your focus toward the connections that nurture your well-being. Not the quantity, but the quality. It's about recognizing that the depth of your relationships holds far greater significance than the number of people you interact with. Rather than striving to be the center of attention, you can choose to be fully present with a small circle of people who truly see and appreciate you for who you are. Quiet joys, those once overshadowed by the need for validation, now become more profound and meaningful. Whether it's a quiet morning reflecting, an afternoon lost in a book, or an evening appreciating the beauty of a sunset, these moments become richer when they aren't clouded by the need for external approval. When you stop chasing attention, you begin to notice the beauty of simply being, of being present in each moment, of embracing life without the weight of expectations. One of the unexpected gifts of stepping out of the spotlight is the chance to connect with younger generations in a way that feels more authentic. Instead of competing for attention or clinging to roles you've outgrown, you can offer your wisdom, your experiences, and your presence as a source of guidance and inspiration. Your value isn't diminished, it's transformed. You're no longer the star of the show, but you've become something far more enduring, the foundation upon which others can build their lives. In embracing this truth, you'll likely discover a profound sense of peace. You no longer need to prove your worth to the world because you've already done that in countless ways. Now, your worth lies in simply being present, real, and unapologetically yourself. The center of attention may shift, but the center of your life remains firmly in your hands. It's here, in this space of quiet authenticity, that happiness can flourish. 2. Your body is changing, and that's okay. Aging is a fundamental part of life, and with it comes an inevitable truth. Your body changes in ways you may not have anticipated. The legs that once carried you effortlessly through bustling city streets, climbed mountains or danced through carefree days now may feel achy with each step. Tasks that were once automatic, tying your shoes, bending to pick something up, or getting out of bed, might take a little more effort than before. The reflection you see in the mirror may reveal new lines, softer contours, or grayer hair. And while these changes are entirely natural, they can often stir feelings of loss or frustration. It's tempting to view these shifts as a kind of betrayal, as though your body has let you down. For much of life, we take our physical abilities for granted. We push, pull, and power through without giving much thought to the intricate systems, the muscles, joints, and organs that keep us moving. Then, one day, things slow down, and what was once effortless becomes something we must consciously work at. This shift can be disorienting, even disheartening, particularly in a culture that often glorifies youth and strength, while treating aging as something to resist or fight against. However, there's an important truth that is often overlooked. Your body, even now, is not your enemy. It's a loyal companion that has carried you through every joy, every sorrow, every challenge you faced. It has weathered storms, healed from countless small betrayals, whether a broken bone, an illness, sleepless nights, or moments of exhaustion, and still, it carries you forward. Instead of viewing these changes as failures, what if you chose to see them as reminders of all you've endured, all you've achieved, and all the life you've lived? If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Aging gracefully doesn't mean denying these changes or desperately trying to reverse them. It's about learning to listen to your body with compassion rather than criticism. It means honoring the signals it sends, whether it's a need for rest, a gentler form of movement, or simply more patience. Acceptance isn't the same as resignation. Acceptance is an act of kindness, a way of saying, "Thank you for carrying me this far. Let's keep moving forward together." This acceptance also requires letting go of comparisons, whether to the person you once were or to others who may appear to be aging differently. Every body is unique, shaped by its own history of use, care, and circumstances. Comparing your current self to your younger self is like comparing a well-loved, well-used book to a pristine one sitting untouched on a shelf. The wear and tear don't diminish its value, they enhance it. Each line, each scar, each wrinkle tells a story of resilience, of life fully lived. Of course, acknowledging these changes doesn't mean you stop taking care of yourself. On the contrary, this is a time to deepen your commitment to self-care, not out of fear of aging, but out of self-respect. Nourishing your body with wholesome foods, staying active in ways that feel good, and maintaining regular medical checkups aren't about chasing youth, but about supporting your body in the way it needs now. Movement might look different. Perhaps it's a gentle walk instead of a jog, yoga instead of weightlifting, but these choices still matter deeply. They aren't about resisting age. They are about embracing it with grace and strength. At a deeper level, these physical changes hold a profound gift. They remind us of the impermanence of life, urging us to focus on what truly matters. As the distractions of physical perfection fall away, you have the opportunity to invest more fully in the connections, passions, and moments that bring you joy. The time spent with loved ones, the pursuit of hobbies that ignite your curiosity, the quiet moments of gratitude. These are the things that aging allows us to savor more fully. Your body, even as it changes, remains the vessel through which you experience life's wonders. The warmth of the sun on your face, the comfort of a loved one's embrace, and the satisfaction of completing a task, no matter how small. These moments don't require a body that is perfect or free from limitations. They only require one that is present and willing. So, let go of the idea that aging is something to battle against. Instead, see it as a transition into a new kind of strength, one that may be quieter but no less powerful. Your body may no longer be what it once was, but neither are you, and that's perfectly okay. Together, you and your body have grown, adapted, and endured. Together, you will continue to do so, finding beauty, resilience, and purpose in every stage of life's journey. 3. Not everyone will be there forever. One of the most profound and often difficult truths about aging is that not everyone will remain with us until the very end of life's journey. This reality can feel particularly sharp as we grow older, and the weight of absence becomes more pronounced. Friends who once shared laughter, family members who were pillars of unwavering support, and even life partners who carried us through both moments of joy and sorrow may not always be by our side. Life's natural flow, marked by the passage of time, distance, and the finality of loss, ensures that some relationships are destined to shift or dissolve. This truth can feel harsh and deeply human, especially as the years go by and we become more attuned to the void left by those who were once central to our lives. In our younger days, it's easy to take the presence of others for granted. Surrounded by family, friends, colleagues, and acquaintances, we often move through life in a constant rhythm of shared experiences. We expect that the connections we have will endure, but as life unfolds, these circles of connection tend to shrink. Loved ones may pass away, their physical presence fading, while other relationships drift apart due to the circumstances life inevitably brings: distance, misunderstandings, and the different paths we must each take. The quiet spaces that were once filled with conversations, shared dreams, and joyful moments stretch out, becoming more frequent and noticeable. These moments of solitude, though often painful, are a natural part of the aging process. Grief, though sometimes overwhelming, is not something to be rushed or avoided. It is a testament to the love, depth, and significance of those relationships, honoring the impact they had on our lives and the richness they brought into our hearts. The ache we feel in the absence of someone who once held a special place in our lives is a powerful reflection of the impact they had. Yet, amidst this grief, there is an opportunity to carry their memory forward, allowing it to inspire us to embrace the life we still have. The truth is, no one is meant to stay forever. Relationships, like seasons, arrive in their own time and offer something unique and beautiful during their existence. Some may be short-lived but deeply impactful, while others may span decades. Instead of focusing solely on the finality of these connections, we can choose to reflect on the richness they brought. The shared laughter, the lessons learned, and the moments of deep understanding. They become a part of us, shaping who we are. In this way, no one truly leaves us. Their influence continues to live within us, guiding the choices we make and shaping the person we become. However, this truth brings with it another aspect. As people leave our lives, others may enter. New connections can emerge in the most unexpected ways: a chance encounter, a friendly smile from a stranger, or a shared passion discovered at a local group or club. It is never too late to build new relationships. These new connections may not carry the same depth or history as those we have lost, but they can offer fresh joy, new perspectives, and renewed meaning in our lives. Opening our hearts to new people isn't a betrayal of the bonds we've held in the past. Rather, it is a testament to our capacity for love, connection, and growth. This truth encourages us to cherish the relationships we still hold close to. Rather than letting time slip away, we should actively make an effort to reach out to those who matter to us. A phone call, a heartfelt letter, a simple visit. These small, thoughtful gestures can strengthen bonds and remind those we love of how much they mean to us. Don't wait for a perfect moment, or assume they already know how deeply you care. Life's unpredictability means that every moment spent with someone you love is a gift, a moment to be cherished and not delayed. As we journey through the evolving terrain of relationships in our later years, it becomes increasingly vital to cultivate a nurturing and compassionate relationship with ourselves. Solitude, often mistaken for loneliness, holds the potential to become a powerful source of self-growth, self-reflection, and profound self-discovery. Rather than viewing moments of solitude as empty or isolating, embrace them as sacred opportunities to delve into your inner world, exploring your passions, embracing your thoughts, and finding peace within your own company. When we learn to fully accept ourselves, the presence or absence of others becomes less daunting, allowing us to grow in confidence and contentment, regardless of life's ever-changing circumstances. The impermanence of relationships is not something to fear or resist, but to accept with grace and understanding. Each goodbye, though often accompanied by loss and sorrow, creates space for new experiences, deeper connections, and a heightened appreciation for the present moment. Life is not solely defined by the number of people who remain by our sides, but rather by the meaningful bonds we form along the way. It is through these connections, whether brief or enduring, that we find the richness of life. So, cherish the memories of those who have departed, allowing their lives to inspire you to live more fully, to love more deeply, and to engage more openly with the relationships that remain. As you reflect on those who are still part of your life, embrace them wholeheartedly, recognizing that the true beauty of relationships lies not in their permanence, but in their presence. Accepting this truth brings a sense of peace and freedom, allowing you to navigate the ebb and flow of life's connections with a deeper sense of acceptance and gratitude. The love, wisdom, and experiences shared with those who come into our lives may not always last forever, but they leave an indelible mark that continues to shape our journey. Even though not everyone stays, the impact of the love you've shared echoes through time, enriching your life with meaning, depth, and a profound sense of connection. Let these memories and experiences guide you, fostering a deeper sense of presence in each moment. Embrace the people around you with open arms, knowing that the love you give and receive contributes to the tapestry of your life. Let go of any attachment to permanence, for the essence of love is not defined by how long someone remains, but by how fully they have touched your heart. In doing so, you'll come to understand that even as relationships change, your capacity to love and connect remains boundless. Let the wisdom of your past relationships inspire you to live a life rich with meaning, depth, and a profound sense of connection to both yourself and those around you. 4. Change is inevitable. Change is an inevitable and fundamental part of life, deeply embedded within the fabric of our existence. It is one of the few unchanging constants we can rely on. Interestingly, its impact tends to feel more pronounced as we age. The world around us is in a constant state of flux. Loved ones moving away, passing on, neighborhoods evolving, technologies advancing, and even our bodies and minds undergoing transformations that can catch us by surprise. These shifts, whether significant or subtle, evoke a sense of uncertainty and vulnerability, making what was once familiar seem distant or even lost altogether. For many, the notion of change triggers fear or resistance. It feels as though we are grasping at something that continuously slips through our fingers, like trying to hold back the tide with bare hands. However, this struggle is ultimately futile. The more we fight against change, the more we amplify feelings of discomfort and powerlessness. Life moves forward regardless of our resistance. Change will come, whether we welcome it or not. The sooner we release our grip and stop resisting, the sooner we can find peace within the ever-flowing current of life. Accepting change doesn't mean we dismiss the past or forget the losses that accompany it. On the contrary, acceptance requires us to acknowledge that nothing in life remains static. The familiar is always shifting, and by learning to coexist with the reality of impermanence, we create space for growth and adaptability. Think about the significant moments in your life when you had to confront change. Whether it was starting a new job, moving to a different city, or adjusting to shifts in family dynamics. At first, those changes may have felt overwhelming or even painful. Yet, as time went on, many people discovered strengths within themselves they hadn't realized were there. Often, they began to find beauty, purpose, and new possibilities in the circumstances they were forced to embrace. These experiences serve as proof that we are far more resilient than we often believe in the face of change. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still with me. Thank you for your time and presence. As we grow older, change tends to manifest in new and often unexpected forms. Perhaps it appears as an empty nest after children have grown and left. Perhaps it presents itself as the loss of a beloved partner or the necessity of downsizing into a smaller home or assisted living. These transitions, while often deeply painful, are not simply endings, they are also beginnings. The empty nest, for example, can become a space for rediscovering old passions, hobbies, and a deeper connection with yourself. A smaller home may offer simplicity, reducing life's burdens and freeing you to focus on what truly matters. Even the loss of a partner, though heart-wrenching, can lead to new relationships or a more profound connection with the world around you. Embracing change requires maintaining curiosity and an openness to learning. In today's world, filled with rapid technological advancements, shifting cultures, and evolving perspectives, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or left behind. However, each change presents an opportunity for growth. Imagine learning to navigate a smartphone to video call grandchildren who live miles away, or discovering a new hobby like yoga or painting that you had never considered before. These moments of adaptation aren't just about keeping up, they're about staying engaged with life, continuing to grow, and finding joy in the unfamiliar. Many of the most fulfilling experiences in life arise from moments of change. Whether it's stepping outside of your comfort zone, trying something new, or embracing the unknown, each change holds growth potential. Learning to embrace change is not about resisting what was, but rather about allowing ourselves to evolve and discover what can be. Life's greatest transformations often come from the challenges we least expect and the changes we are most hesitant to face. As we reflect on these truths, let us remember that change is not something to be feared or avoided, but something to be welcomed with open hearts. It is through embracing the ebb and flow of life's transitions that we find deeper meaning, purpose, and connection. If you find these insights valuable, please share one thing you will carry forward in your life from what we've discussed in the comments below. Thank you again for being here and taking this journey with me. One of the most profound lessons about change is that it often brings unexpected gifts. A closed door may lead to a window we hadn't noticed before, offering new opportunities that were once out of sight. A storm may uproot what once felt secure, but in its aftermath, there is often fertile ground for new growth. Change doesn't merely take from us, it transforms us. It forces us to reevaluate what truly matters, encouraging us to evolve into versions of ourselves that may never have emerged otherwise. It's natural to mourn the losses that come with change. There is space for sadness when we experience the shifting of what was once familiar, as if we've lost pieces of ourselves in the process. However, once that grief begins to soften, we are presented with a choice: to remain tethered to the past, clinging to what is gone, or to embrace the present and the future that change offers. Choosing to lean into change, to accept it as a natural and inevitable part of life, is a decision to live more fully and intentionally. There is a quiet strength in learning to ride the waves of change rather than being swept away by them. Life is not meant to remain static. It flows, it teaches, and it transforms. Change, though unsettling, holds the potential for beauty and growth. It opens doors to new facets of ourselves, new joys, and fresh ways to connect with the world around us. Each transition, whether small or life-altering, carries the opportunity for discovery. Change invites us to break free from the limitations of what once was and step into a broader, more expansive sense of who we are becoming. So, when change arrives, whether it's a move, a career shift, the loss of a loved one, or any significant life transformation, welcome it as a teacher. Let it remind you that you are not stagnant, but ever evolving. The only constant in life is change, and within that truth lies the promise of a life that is dynamic, rich, and full of discovery. Embracing change is not about forgetting the past, but learning to honor it while embracing the present and the possibilities that lie ahead. 5. Happiness is a choice. Happiness is not something that happens to us randomly or by chance. At times, it may seem elusive, especially as we age, when life's complexities begin to weigh heavily on us. It's easy to fall into the belief that happiness is something external, something we achieve only when life's circumstances align perfectly, when losses are minimal, and when everything goes smoothly. However, the truth is far more profound than that. Happiness is not a fleeting emotion or a stroke of luck. It is a conscious decision, a deliberate act of choosing joy, even in the face of life's imperfections. As we grow older, life tends to become more complicated. Physical changes, the loss of loved ones, and the quiet emptiness of once full homes can leave us feeling as though happiness is a distant memory. Yet, happiness doesn't depend on external factors. It begins from within, through our thoughts, perspectives, and conscious choices to find moments of joy, even amid difficulty. Happiness is not something we passively wait for or pursue. It is something we cultivate through intention and action. Choosing happiness does not mean we ignore the challenges that come with aging or pretend life is without struggle. It's not about denying hardship or wishing for a life that wasn't lost. Rather, it's about shifting our focus toward what remains, the small, everyday moments that often go unnoticed. The warmth of the morning sun, the laughter of a grandchild, or the simple satisfaction of completing a crossword puzzle are just a few examples of moments that hold immense value. When we take the time to notice and appreciate these moments, we create space for happiness to flourish. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for nurturing happiness. It allows us to view life through a lens of abundance rather than scarcity. Even on the most difficult days, there are things to be thankful for. People who care for us, cherished memories, and the resilience we've built over the years. Gratitude doesn't erase hardship, but it softens its edges, reminding us that joy exists even alongside life's difficulties. Letting go of regrets, what-ifs, and the belief that life should have turned out differently is another critical aspect of choosing happiness. By the time we reach later stages of life, we've faced our share of mistakes, missed opportunities, and unfulfilled expectations. But dwelling on these only weighs us down, preventing us from fully embracing the present. Forgiveness, both for ourselves and others, and acceptance of life's imperfections are essential for freeing ourselves from the burdens of the past. When we let go of these limitations, we create the space to live fully in the now, embracing life exactly as it is. Perspective plays a pivotal role in how we experience happiness. Consider two people standing in the rain. One might focus on the discomfort of getting wet, while the other marvels at the beauty of the droplets falling or the fresh smell of the earth. The rain is the same, but the experience is vastly different. Happiness works similarly. It's not about what happens to us, but how we choose to perceive those experiences. Shifting our perspective takes practice, but the more we cultivate it, the stronger and more habitual it becomes. In later years, happiness often stems from presence. Fully inhabiting the moment without being consumed by the past or anxious about the future. When we stop waiting for life to be perfect, we begin to see that it's already filled with beauty and meaning. The imperfections, struggles, and uncertainties are what make life rich and valuable. They teach us resilience, deepen our compassion, and reinforce our strength. One of the most beautiful aspects of choosing happiness is that it becomes contagious. When we radiate joy, even in small ways, we inspire those around us. A smile shared with a stranger, a kind word to a friend, or laughter with family can ripple outward, spreading happiness far beyond what we might realize. In this way, our choice to embrace happiness enriches not only our lives but also the lives of those around us. The world may tell us that happiness diminishes with age, but this couldn't be further from the truth. Happiness is not something we find, it's something we create, moment by moment, choice by choice. It's not about chasing fleeting pleasures or waiting for life to become perfect. It's about finding beauty and joy in the ordinary, appreciating the journey we've taken, and recognizing that there's so much to celebrate, even now. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. The power to choose happiness has always been within us. Embracing this truth allows us to discover that happiness isn't about avoiding life's challenges but finding meaning and connection within them. It's about understanding that every wrinkle, gray hair, and scar tells a story of a life well lived, a testament to perseverance and love. This stage of life, far from being a closing chapter, is a time of transformation, reflection, and embracing who we've become after a lifetime of experiences. Aging may present its harsh truths, but when met with courage and grace, these truths reveal themselves as pathways to deeper, more meaningful living. The shifting dynamics of relationships, the inevitability of change, and the limitations of an aging body, all of these hold lessons and invitations for growth. They encourage us to let go of illusions, shed unnecessary expectations, and step fully into this chapter of life with openness and authenticity. These truths aren't burdens. They are guides, helping us focus on what matters most: love, connection, gratitude, and the beauty of the present moment. Happiness doesn't come from avoiding life's struggles, but from embracing them as part of our human journey. It's about finding joy in the ordinary, cultivating resilience in the face of loss, and choosing to see life's imperfections as opportunities for growth. Understanding that every wrinkle, gray hair, and scar is a badge of honor, representing a life filled with love and perseverance, empowers us. This time of life is a gift, a chance to slow down, savor what matters, explore passions once set aside, and leave a legacy of kindness and wisdom for those who follow. The truths of aging remind us that while time may change how we live, it can never diminish the value of our lives or the love we share. As you move forward, may you carry these truths not as burdens but as guides. May you find strength in your resilience, peace in your acceptance, and joy in the simple moments that make life beautiful. Most importantly, may you recognize that the story of your life, no matter where you are in it, is still being written. You have the power to shape it with wisdom, grace, and the unwavering belief that even now, the best is yet to come. Happiness isn't something that fades with age. It evolves. The experiences we gain over time enrich our lives, creating deeper connections, wisdom, and a richer sense of fulfillment. So, don't let external circumstances or the world's narrative define your happiness. Let your heart guide you to discover the joy that already exists within you, waiting to be embraced. Let go of the need for perfection and embrace the beauty of the journey, understanding that every phase of life holds the potential for immense joy and purpose. The very challenges that come with aging often create the fertile ground for greater contentment. Losses may come, but they also provide opportunities for a deeper appreciation of what remains. The passing years bring clarity, helping us discern what truly matters from what no longer holds significance. As we let go of the things that no longer serve us, we make space for new joys, new connections, and new growth. Choosing happiness in the face of life's difficulties doesn't mean ignoring or denying them. It means accepting them as part of our human story, welcoming each moment as a chance to grow stronger, more compassionate, and more connected to what truly brings us peace. The scars, the gray hairs, the wrinkles, each tells the story of a life lived, of lessons learned, and of love shared. These moments of aging, far from being markers of decline, are symbols of our resilience and capacity for growth. They remind us that life continues to unfold, with all its beauty and complexity, inviting us to live fully, even as we age. May you embrace this truth, that life, in all its seasons, holds the potential for happiness. May you find peace in the realization that the best chapters of your story are still to come and that each day offers an opportunity to live with purpose, gratitude, and joy. The future isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace, knowing that your journey is far from over, and the richness of life's gifts is ever present. Thank you for staying with me throughout this journey of spiritual encouragement and reflection. I hope these messages have brought you comfort, guidance, and a deeper connection to your faith. So, what is one thing you've learned so far that you'll apply in your life? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. If this video resonated with you, please leave your comment and let me know what stood out to you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more uplifting content. Until next time, may you continue to find peace and encouragement on your journey.